Hey guys, today I'm back with another episode, and this one I'm just going to be going through a couple of things that people have asked for. So the first thing I want to go through here is this guy Carter Kruger has asked, could you possibly do a tutorial about adding light effects and seasonal changes? So for light effects, I'm going to go ahead open up the map that we made. Sorry it's been a while since the last video. I've been on a hiatus from modding. I've been trying to think of what I can actually do in the videos, to be honest. So they asked light effects. So if I go ahead and open up the modding index here, this is on the Stardew Valley wiki. I can link this in the description if you guys need it. This has a lot of useful information. Especially, I think the most useful is the map section. On here it has every tile property and map property in the game. So if I go down to lighting, this is a map property. So light, this is where you set lights for it. So if I go into our map, go to map properties here, you see we've already got the music. I set to outdoors and the warps that we made last time. So I go here, call it light, this new one. And it says how you can do it here. So these square brackets don't have to actually be there. If you put them there, it'll crash the game. This is just to show that you can have multiple of them. So you have to have the X value of the tile, the Y value, and then the type of light, which is like specified here. So say I wanted sconce, which is the most common form of light. It's just like the lamps outside and such. So if I wanted to have one, say here on this lantern, I will look in the bottom left. You can see here in the bottom left here, this tile is 16:9, so I'm going to put 16:9, and then I want sconce, which is number 4, so I'm going to go ahead and put number 4. And then if I load into the game, there will be a light on that tile, which is perfect. It's exactly what we need. So the other thing they asked about was seasonal changes. So seasonal changes are done using tokens and when conditions. I don't think I covered when conditions last time, but they are really useful. So if I look for when conditions on here, they don't show up on this one. Let me tokens and conditions here. There we go. So this is an example of a when condition here. So this is loading their file Abigail-married.png from their assets folder into Abigail's portrait, but it's only done if the person the player is married to here is Abigail. So you can do that with anything. You go to the tokens here. The day is any number from 1 to 28, so it could be when the day is the 25th, so that only will happen on the 25th of every month. Or perhaps it's the wedding, current wedding, so it could be when day event is wedding, or it could be a combination, so like when the season is spring, when season is spring, or when season is fall, or season is summer, or season is winter. And then like if you put a comma and then another one underneath like this, so let me just copy so we can actually see what's going on. So this would be when spouse is Abigail, or season is. So this would be a case of and. So if they are married to Abigail and if the season is spring. Notice on the tokens list they have to be capitalized here. And then if I wanted to time, there's a special token called a range token here. So when they're married to Abigail, when the season is spring, and when the time is between 6 in the morning and, let's say, 1 in the afternoon. So this would happen. This would happen. Whatever I've specified up here would occur when the player is married to Abigail, when the season is spring, and when it's between 6 and 1. So you can do that with anything. If you want to make a new map and then load a specific map during a specific season, or literally anything, that is what you do. That is how when conditions work. If you have any more questions about that, let me know. I think that's as much detail I can possibly go into. So this is on the other video. There was one. How can I add trees? So trees are added using the paths layer, which I don't think I spoke about in one of the other videos. There's a paths layer here. If we go ahead, go to browse, go to our assets folder that we made, desktop. Where is ours? Village tutorial mod here, assets, and then select the paths.png picture that we imported in when we imported the pictures and the maps. We open that. You can see there's a new tile set here. Trees are these ones here. So 1 is the maple, I believe. 2 is oak, and I think 3 is pine, or whatever they're called in game. I've forgotten. 6 is the palm trees, and 9 and 7 are the trees you find on Ginger Island. 7 is just a palm tree with coconuts, and 9 is the mahogany, I think. So if I wanted to put a maple tree here that you can actually chop down, and that's there, and then I say I wanted a pine tree up here, I want an oak tree here, and then I just want a few palm trees over here for a laugh. When I load into the game, these will all be trees that you can chop down. If it doesn't work for you, then try it on a new save. Sometimes the paths things only work on new saves, so you'll have to try that on a new save. Or make the map name different name so the tiles can reinitialize. Sometimes that's what has to happen. So I hope that helped. I don't think there was any more on this one. There was one on over here though, I think. So custom NPCs. This one's quite a large one, so I'm going to go ahead here and make a new subfolder in our assets thing. I'm going to call it NPC. I'm going to go here, type in. We're going to go to any image editing software. The one I use is Sprite. Sprite is just like Photoshop or GIMP. Paint.net also works. That's Paint.net is actually the one that Concerned Ape himself used to make the actual game. So don't feel ashamed if you're using Paint.net. It's a brilliant software. But it should work with literally any other photo editing software. So if I go back to where we extracted the game, which was, I believe for me it was over here. So just go to wherever you extracted the game from. Content. So this is the content thing that we extracted. Go to characters. These are the sprites of all the characters. So we want to just edit Abigail for this example. We're going to make her a custom NPC. We're going to call her, I don't know, Diana. And we're going to name that DianaSprites. And then we're going to go to the portraits section here, get Abigail's portraits, paste that in, call it DianaPortraits. And then we're going to go to characters, and then dialogue. Going to get the dialogue one here, Abigail.json. Copy that. Rename it to DianaDialogue. For this example, we're going to make it so she's not marryable, but you can set it to be marryable if you want it to. Diana schedule. this is the schedules section under characters. And then there's one last thing we need to get. Go to content, string, content data. Scroll down to a file called NPC dispositions. We don't need to copy this one over, but I'm just going to show you what you're going to do with this. So if I open it up in my text editor, which is Visual Studio Code, so I'm going to be editing with. These these are all the what we call dispositions for the NPCs. You can see this one's for Abigail, so each field indicates an aspect of the character. So this can also be found on the wiki again. As I said, the wiki is like the Bible. It's really useful. So go back to the index, and then go to so this is the NPC data section. As you can see here, basic info. This just tells you about the dispositions. This one is Abigail's, which he uses for an example. Each section has a property, so 0 is the first one here, which says the age. Abigail's is teen here. Then manners, there's 3 things you can do. There's polite, rude, and neutral. So for Abigail we have rude here. This one here, social anxiety, has outgoing, shy, or neutral. For Abigail it's outgoing. This one's unused, so it doesn't really matter what you put. This one specifies the person's sex, so male or female, and there's also undefined, which is used for Krobus. Whether they're dateable or not, so there's dateable, not dateable, and then there's secret, which is being a roommate, which is it's a bit dodgy as to whether it works sometimes. Love interest is also unused, so you can leave that one as whatever you want. Home region specifies whether they live in the town or the desert or other, which is like Ginger Island. Their birthday, obviously, so Abigail's is 4/13. The relationships, so you can put like, you know, anything here, like so say you wanted your character to be friends with Willie, you put Willie, and then in the little quotation marks here you put friend. It's just using like generic things, so it's like, oh, did you know that my dad Pierre likes bananas or likes eggplant or whatever, then you just put that in there. This is where they will spawn at the start of each day. So Abigail spawns in Pierre's shop, which is Seed Shop, at tile 1-9. And then the display name, so for Abigail it's Abigail. So that's everything we're going to need for our character, I believe, unless I've forgotten something and I'll remember it later. So what we're going to need on this, there is everything you need to load in a character. So I'm going to copy all of that in. Other than the marriage dialogue, because for this we're not going to make them marryable, but later on you can if you want to. So characters / Diana, FromFile assets / NPC / DianaSprites.png, DianaPortraits. Don't forget to add the NPC folder that we added there. DianaDialogue. NPC. Just replace everything here. So this one, this one's going to be Diana. She's going to be an adult. She's going to be polite. She's going to be neutral, like social anxiety. This one's unused, so it doesn't matter. She's going to be female. She's not going to be dateable, so not dateable. This one doesn't matter. She lives in the town. Her birthday's going to be... you need to make sure that it's a day there's no like festivals or anything. And it's preferable that it's like a day that's not another NPC's birthday. So like another custom NPC from another mod or like a vanilla one. So for this one, I'm pretty sure Summer 14th is free. If not, then that's my bad. Here is where we're going to specify where she's going to spawn. So if we go to our map here, I want it to just spawn here at the front door of this place, which is 1711. 1711. And this map is called custom_village, so that's where we're going to set the location as. And then her display name is obviously going to be Diana. This is the gift like taste section, so Diana. This is the line she's going to say if she gets one of her favourite gifts. So, oh my, I love this. Thank you. And then this is a list of all the item IDs that are her favourites. So you can find this list in your extracted version of the game. Here you go content, and then it's under data, I believe. Object information.json here. If you open this up, you can see the ID of every single item. So if I want to go, she loves duck mayonnaise. Control and F to open a little search bar in the top right here. Type in duck mayonnaise. See, that is 307. So I'm going to get rid of this. 307. But I also wanted to love trash. She loves trash. 168. So space 168. She loves it. And then this is for something she likes. You can pick something here like fish. Let's just find a fish. Puffer fish 128. If you saw the minus numbers that were there, you can see that those are the specific categories of item. They are like specific, you know, like it's just like saying this person likes fish or this person loves like minerals or something. So this can be found. I don't know where to find it in the vanilla files, but you can do it on the wiki at items here, I think. Objects. Oh, here we are. Types and category. You can see all the categories here. At the categories section. There's gem category -2, fish category -4, etc, etc. So I want our character to like all types of metal, apparently. So 15 is -15 here. Go to our disposition, -15. So she likes whatever 128 was, I forgot, pufferfish I think, and then all metals. This is like neutral, like sort of, you know, like disliked. It's like This isn't for me. We want, I don't know, sandfish. She doesn't like sandfish. That's number 164, you can see. She dislikes sandfish. And then this is hate, everything that the person hates. So she hates diamonds. She does not like diamonds. You can see here that diamond is 72. So go ahead and put 72 in here. This is disgusting. She doesn't like diamonds. And then this one is just neutral. That was very thoughtful of you. So I can put, thank you. This is nice. It's like just anything that doesn't fit this. So if it's not any of these things, it's not one of these categories, it will just be this generic message. And that's pretty much everything. If you go back to our NPC thing here, go to schedule. These are all the different schedules. So this is actually quite complicated if you first look at it. But if we break it down, you can see if it's raining, on any raining day, at 9 o'clock, she'll go to the map seed shop, and she'll go to these tiles. So she'll go to the tile 9-5 in Pierre's house, and face upwards, which is what 0 means. 0 is up, 1 is right, 2 is down, and 3 is left. That's what that means. She'll do that. And then at 11, she'll stay in Pierre's house, or she'll go to the tile 13-20 and face upwards. This is the same thing as Abigail. You can see here on this one, Spring 4, this one's special. It has a piece of dialogue here. After the direction, it has the address for a specific piece of dialogue. So you can put any string here you want. You just have to make sure you load it at that address. This spring_4.000 just means it'll load whatever string is at this address. So whatever this says, in this file, schedules Abigail string 4000, it'll load that. That's what she'll say when you talk to her at that specific point in her schedule. There's also animations which are a bit more complicated. They're defined in the game code and usually have to be edited with Content Patcher. I've never really used this one myself, but there are guides to using it on the author guide, which you can find here somewhere. So that's that. And then there's also the last thing, dialogue here. Dialogue has every piece of dialogue. Introduction is when you first talk to them. Oh, that's right, I heard someone new was moving onto that old farm. Blah de blah de blah. There's different things you can write here. So if I go back to the index and go to dialogue, there's different things you can put. The different keys. So if they're in the location, like if they walk in, it's like now that I'm here, I can finally relax and socialize a bit, or whatever. There's lots of different keys you can put. It's fun to just experiment, play around with it. But there's things you can actually put in the dialogue themselves. There's like turns the dialogue box into a generic text box. Like it won't show the person's face; it'll just be a normal text box. Abigail's lost in her music. These are the portraits. So there's happy portrait is that one, neutral portrait, sad portrait, unique portrait, which is number 4 here, and love portrait number 5, angry portrait number 6. And then a custom portrait beyond the standard 6 will just be a $, and then whatever number it is. There's lots of different commands here which do like different things. If we go back into the dialogue here, you can see one of them used. At means it'll just say the farmer's name. Here there's hashtag $E hashtag, which means it'll close the dialog window, and the player has to talk to the person again to do it. Well, that's pretty much everything on this. You can find all of these on here, experiment, play around. If you have any questions, then you can ask me in the comments. But I'm not just going to go through every single possible outcome or whatever. You can just experiment, play around with it yourself. On the actual portraits here, whoops, if I drag the portraits onto my photo editor that I've got here, every portrait is 64 by 64 pixels. This one's the neutral one, happy, sad, this is the unique one, love, and then angry down here. And then these are some custom ones that Abigail has. That one looks like the only one that's changed actually. But here you can see them all, and you can do whatever you want. So say I wanted our eyes to not be green. That's right, folks, Diana is just Abigail with purple eyes. I'm not really an artist, to be honest. If I sat here and spent ages on something, I could probably make it look decent, but I'm not going to do that just for a tutorial video. There we go, now she has purple eyes. Perfect. But it's as simple as that, basically. You just draw whatever you want on each one, and that is what will show up in the game, because it gets replaced. Then there's the sprites, which I'm going to get here. These are just the things that actually show up in like the overworld when you're not talking to them or whatever. They all have different things. These are for marriage, these ones, and these are for flower dance. So flower dance one, she has this thing in her hair, so I don't want that there. When she's doing the flower dance, get rid of it. It's gone. And then just draw in some crude hair. Oh. Just draw in some crude hair. But yeah, as I say, you can spend as much time on this as you want. It's up to you. It's your piece of art, your mod. Make it look as good as you want. You don't have to be an artist. A lot of the time, people pay for things to be done like this. There's a lot of commissions. A lot of people do commissions. I myself do commissions for code, not art, as you can see, looking at this abysmal mess. But yeah, there are lots of people that do commissions. So if you go on the Discord, the Stardew Valley modding Discord, people will do commissions for pretty much anything for you. But that's pretty much everything on these comments that I've found. If there's anything else you want me to look at, then I'll be happy to. But that's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message. Obviously, as per usual, when you're testing the mods, drag your folders into the mod folder. Make sure you put the content patcher in as well, because I remember someone said in one of the other videos that it wasn't working, and it was just because they forgot to put content patcher in the mods folder. So that's pretty much everything. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you out a bit. That's all. See you next time.